Guess who's back? It's Gentleman Jugg.
And Son.
Welcome to episode 26 of the Gentleman Juggcast. How you doing, boy?
I'm doing great.
And son, I'm doing fantastic. We're going to talk about a new one today. I actually like this movie. What is it called, boy?
It's Death of Superman.
Yes, it is. I think this is like the second movie. Technically, it's like the third movie that has touched on the death of Superman.
Well, it's like they like killing Superman.
Yeah, but it's like the fifth thing that I know of visual media that has been that has shown the death of Superman.
I mean, we even got it in the DC cinematic universe.
Yeah, it's one of the five things. It's third movie. Well, this movie would be the third movie. That would be the second movie. But still.
And the first one's that other animated one?
Yeah, the first one was called Superman Doomsday. I'm sure we'll get to it sooner or later, but we're doing this.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
There's a lot of it's like 100, like 200 something movies, and we're only on number 26. So I think you'll be like 19 when we get done with those movies.
Yep.
And then we'll have to figure out what to do next. So, whatever. In the meantime, before we get talking about that, what do you want to talk about, boy?
World Wrestling.
That's right. And this week's World Wrestling is going to be last week's Raw and SmackDown. And like I said, we know Big E's the champion, right?
He is.
And, I figured it was about time for him to do it. Now, if they could just give Cesaro his chance, then, maybe, we can see that before we all die.
We'll see.
Yeah, right.
Maybe before I die.
Maybe it's not impossible. But other than that, take me there, son. What we got?
Well, last week's Raw, because we talked all about Big E last time, so now we got to talk about the other stuff.
Yeah, and what's that?
Oh, that's just Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and how they're going to fight for the title.
She gave her a doll.
Yeah.
That supposedly looks like a Charlotte.
It's called Charlie.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Look. It's not boring. And look, it's kind of like a little smidge. Like, I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
But like the smidge that I do care is gotten me interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, don't care 100, like 99.8%, 0.02%. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of in.
I guess like it's so bad that you care like a little bit.
I just want to see where it goes. That's all it is. I just want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I really don't. I think it's going to I think it's going to be very stupid. But, look, I don't think Alexa Bliss is as good of a wrestler as Charlotte Flair. But I do think Alexa Bliss is good as a wrestler.
Yeah.
She's just not as good, in my opinion, than Charlotte Flair. But, Alexa Bliss has been champion before. I like her. She's fine to me. I don't give a shit. I think she's great. So, maybe she could turn this whole shitty character she has around with the title.
Yeah. We can have a Lily with the title.
That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. Or she'll change the title like some kind of ridiculous. Can you imagine if she gets like a Fiend type of title?
But it's like Lily's face.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I really wish I hadn't put that out there in the world.
Well, now someone from WWE is going to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We could do something with that.
Okay, fine. Moving along.
There was also, I guess, was it Randy Orton And I mean, he fought Lashley, but he lost.
Yeah, well, that was part of the Big E thing.
Yeah.
I was actually getting into that match. I completely forgot Big E was coming out, even though he's been talking about it like the whole night.
Yeah.
I completely forgot because I was like, I'm into this fucking match. This match is it's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
I was digging it. And then of course, watching who else came out there to freaking beat up Matt Riddle?
I think, I'm not sure.
Somebody came out and beat up Matt Riddle, and after Randy Orton, or it's like before or after Randy Orton was about to lose, somebody came out and freaking beat up Matt Riddle.
I want to say it was like MVP or someone like that.
No, MVP was already taken out.
Oh,
it could have been AJ and Omos.
I think so.
It might have been. I'm not 100% certain. I don't remember. The show is so relatively boring.
I just
you just forget who was on the freaking show. I know who's on the show, but you forget who's on the show. But that's not even the important part. The important part is that Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are going to fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
They've been building to this.
Can you imagine? And can you hear it in my voice? How little I care. Like, I don't care at all.
When I saw that, I was like, wait, Shayna Baszler's still on the show?
Well, I thought they were going to fight like a long time ago. Like, okay, so there was this, all right, so story time with Jugg. All right. Way back in the day, there was this one wrestler named Vladimir Kozlov. I think I showed you his picture, right?
Yeah.
All right. Big buff dude. He was a pretty good wrestler from Russia. All right. I liked him. All right. And then they had another wrestler named Ezekiel Jackson. Okay. And he was another one. Actually, you were a bit taller than him, but he was buff. He had freaking shoulders like bowling balls. Dude was huge. Okay. Except he was just short as fuck. But, little Vegeta there. So they spent a while freaking one-upping each other on, I believe it was ECW when it was still a thing. And we were like, oh, they're going to fight. They're going to fight. They're going to fight. I can't wait for them to fight. And then they ended up becoming a tag team. And to me, it wasn't a very good tag team. I didn't like it at all. And then, much later, it's probably about the time you started watching. You might have been watching wrestling for a while. It was the same thing between Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, they're going to fight. They're going to fight. They're going to fight. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. They're going to fight. And then they became a tag team.
Which is the Bar.
Yeah. And I'm not really a fan of this story of two people who don't like each other becoming a tag team anymore.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It was interesting the first, maybe even the second time. But now I don't care.
And I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. And I was really hoping that they would fight in the beginning because at the time I was still like interested in Nia Jax enough to where I didn't hate how she wrestled. No. To me, she's getting better, but she's not a great wrestler. Especially with all the people that she's injured. It's just a lot of people that she's injured. So I didn't need to see, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax become friends. I didn't need to see that at all.
Yeah. It seems like after Reginald left, everything fell apart for them.
It should never have even come together for them, in my opinion. I wish that they just never got together. I wish they just stayed fighting each other for a while. But now we're going to get it because now it's got to be more personal because they were, I guess, quote unquote friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they were friends. It just seemed like they were two people who hated each other, but worked for a common goal, which was hold the freaking tag team titles for women like forever
and ever.
Yeah. Until now, I keep forgetting who's the champions right now.
I don't
it's
even
Tamina.
Know. Who no one's meaner than.
Yeah. I guess no one's meaner than her. And Natalie.
I just haven't seen them. Or maybe I'm just not looking.
I don't know. Like I said last week, get rid of the freaking women's tag titles. You don't do shit with them, and they're boring.
It's like even NXT, they made their own because they didn't like it.
Well, I will say this. I liked the idea when Bailey and Sasha Banks, I liked the idea when they were tag champions.
Yeah.
That the tag champions could be anybody from any one of the shows. I thought that was cool. I was like, that's not a bad idea. As a matter of fact, you should do that with the men's. Make more tag teams. That's what I thought they were going to do, and then they didn't do that. So now,
now we gotta somehow make up tag teams to fight these champions when we don't have any.
Yeah, RK Bro. AJ and Omos. Tag teams that don't really need to be, but they had to make them because, I guess Vince doesn't like tag teams.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You always call them Omos Styles.
I guess he could. That's not a bad name. I like it. Did you make that up?
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Yeah, they could call it that. As a matter of fact, you should say that from now on.
Omos Styles.
Yeah. I like it. So, I don't know. Keep going, boy.
Well, I'm trying to remember what else happened on Raw, because I always forget Raw, because it's just not that good.
Well, I got a question for you. Where in the blue hell is Asuka?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. I've been hearing rumors that apparently Kevin Owens is just done with being on WWE, and that when his contract ends in January, he plans on going to AEW.
So I guess he got sick of getting beaten up by Logan Paul and Happy Corbin.
I'm just wondering, what the hell is going on in WWE?
It's like everyone seems to be like, as soon as my contract's done, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I mean, look, we all know the story. We know the deal. Shit's going down over there, and many wrestlers are not happy. For a long time, WWE was the only game in town. Now it's not. And now wrestlers are just freaking leaving. They're bailing.
All going to AEW.
And it's different, in my opinion. It's different. I remember WCW, but they had been around for like, I don't know how they were around for a long time, and then, they started getting like, Hulk Hogan and, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and, the rest. And they started getting a bunch of these, Macho Man was there, the Ultimate Warrior, or I guess at the time he was called just Warrior, so, they were getting all these guys that were going from WWF at the time and going to WCW, and at that time it kind of made sense. These two long, big standing companies were going to freaking do what they did until WWE finally freaking won. And that was the end of that. This is different. This is like a company that's coming up from the ground up, and they're just basically, it seems like they're just outclassing WWE in all ways possible.
It's like, and everyone just wants to go there.
Yeah. I mean, you got, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, whatever,
CM Punk.
CM Punk is there. Daniel Bryan's there. Jericho was one of the first. He's there.
Adam Cole
just showed up there. I mean, like these guys are there.
Even Ric Flair's there.
Ric Flair, well, he might be gone now from that. There's an episode of The Dark Side of the Ring. I haven't watched it yet, but apparently on that one, like they're talking about like the Flight from Hell or some shit like that, where he got a little overboard. And Ric Flair is like, apparently, from how I understand it, he was a gigantic asshole to a lot of people for a long time, and those are just the prerequisites of what you need to be a fantastic, legendary wrestler.
Yeah.
You
got to start off being mean to everybody.
Like to everybody, unless you're Mean Gene, but he was never mean to anybody. and as you said earlier, no one is meaner than
Tamina.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's dumb.
See, so he's like, just like Tamina's gonna be like a big star now because no one's meaner than her.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you'll see.
We'll see. So other than that, though, I mean, Kevin Owens is going to leave. I don't think he can call himself Kevin Owens anymore. I think it's Kevin Steen or Stein. I'm not sure. I think it's Steen. Kevin Steen
is All Elite.
Yeah, I guess that's where he's going to be at, And I'm not upset with him, I mean, look, it's like we don't really watch AEW. Not because we don't want to. It's just, I don't have a way to watch it. I mean, I guess I could watch it on YouTube. I do watch some things on YouTube from them. But I don't know. I mean, I was born and raised on WWE, WWF. So, whatever.
Well, I've only ever watched WWE, so I never really switched to anything else.
I don't know. It's for the people that would be into the Attitude Era, of wrestling. But I'm like, do you really want to be in the Attitude Era? I think me and you talked about this before. The Attitude Era was great. It's fantastic, really. But if the Attitude Era was still around today, you couldn't have it on TV. It'd be like, you would see, I don't know, what the fuck is her name? Zelina Vega. And maybe fucking Eva Marie in a bra and panties match.
Yeah.
Fighting in freaking soap or some shit. Not soap. Pudding. Pudding. They'd be fighting in pudding or some shit, it'd just be like completely, like offensive, especially in the time we live in when everyone's offended by everything.
Yeah.
It'd be offensive as hell.
Couldn't happen today.
You could not do that shit today. That's just how it is. But whatever, the AEW is also not doing that. So
no.
Oh, well, take me through SmackDown. How'd that go?
Oh, one thing I had to say is that one of my friends who also watches wrestling, they said, you can like AEW, but WWE's got Oldberg.
Well, for now they do.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Until he shows up on freaking AEW. Might as well join the club.
Yeah, just join them.
I'm sure sooner or later, all the wrestlers who left will come back. And at that point, they'll command a bigger paycheck from Vince McMahon, and they'll get it.
Yep.
Maybe
except CM Punk.
I don't know. Maybe he might. Maybe he might not. Who knows? When you start freaking raising your stock, Vince McMahon starts looking at you.
He's like, okay.
Yeah. Until he's done with you, I guess. I
mean, if you're part of NXT, as soon as you hit the main roster, you're dead.
Yeah. Who wants to be Karrion Kross or Keith Lee?
See, what he did to Karrion Kross is he makes him wear a night outfit now.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't even care. I don't even remotely care. Until he does something that interests me, he's not even on the show. Okay. That's all I got to say about that.
I always forget Jeff Hardy's on the show.
Yeah, he's there.
I'm like, I keep forgetting. I'm like, I thought he was, I don't know. I just never look for him. I'm just like, he's on this.
Well, before we get to the movie, take me through SmackDown.
Well, see, SmackDown was a good show.
Well, yeah.
Now, I remember seeing that Roman Reigns is obviously going to fight Demon Finn Balor, and they had Finn Balor sit in that room and tell us the story of the demon for the 1,000th time.
He even turned into him.
Yeah, it turned in
front of our faces.
Yeah. He's like, you want to hear about the demon again?
It's like, nah, not really, cuz.
He's like, let me tell you, the demon comes from within.
Yeah. I don't control the demon. The demon controls me. Yeah, does he really? Okay.
Watch me turn into him.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Look, I don't care. It's like, in episode 3 of Star Wars, they were building the Death Star. I don't give a shit how they built it. Okay? I just want to see it blow up a planet.
Yeah.
All right? And if you can't give me that shit, I don't want to. You can just tell me off screen you built it. Use that time that you didn't tell me about building it to show me something awesome.
Just let me see Demon Finn Balor tag Roman.
Yes, I don't look like the Fiend. I wanted to learn as much as I could about the Fiend, but that's because they were giving us little nuggets of how he came to be here and there.
Yeah,
and it was cool to kind of figure that shit out. But when you just tell me, I don't give. I like next to nothing. I'm like next level of I don't give a shit. I don't need you to tell me the story. I want to figure this shit out.
Every time I talk about Supernatural, the Fiend comes up a lot now.
Yeah.
Which makes me kind of wish the Fiend was still there.
I keep going.
Let's see here. I guess we did get more of. We had the main event be where Bianca Belair was coming back onto the show. I guess because that's
she got the key to the city from Kane.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, Kane, the fuck, really?
He's like, hey man, you want the key to the city?
Like he came out, it's like he's mayor. Is he like a demon mayor?
Demon mayor.
Because he came out and he still freaking blew torches out of the freaking ring. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, we know that you're a mayor. We know.
Mayor Kane.
Yeah. I mean, look, if I was him and I had been Kane all these years, and then all of a sudden I become like mayor or whatever, and they invite me to WWE, I would be like, hey, can I do the thing? I would do it. But then when it just looked a little weird to me. It just looked weird. That's all I got to say about that. It just looked weird.
Maybe it'd be funny if he was like wearing all like the entire Kane outfit, and he's like, "All right, here's the key."
That'd be awesome. Why didn't he do that? Now I wanted to see that. Man, he should have did that.
He should have worn the entire.
He should have worn the whole Kane outfit,
and then talk about how he's the mayor.
Yeah,
he's like, "I'm the mayor."
That's what I wanted to see. See, yeah, fixing it with better ideas.
He could even talk in the Kane voice, like the deep voice that he uses.
Like what? What? You can't sit there and freaking put him in like a big red shirt and fucking some tights real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he has a gut. Yeah, he has a gut. I get it. I know. But you could put a shirt on. They sell shirts that cover guts now.
Yeah.
Put him in some tights and have him come out. But here's the thing. See, it would give me the opinion that he's about to start wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, is he gonna do it? I don't know. But whatever. He did the thing, and he gave Bianca the key to the city, and then Becky Lynch. Thank you. I'm like, I kept wanting to say Bianca. Then Becky Lynch came out and decided to cause a ruckus.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. The story's not really grabbing me. It really isn't. I thought it would, but it just kind of isn't grabbing me.
Thought the Jey Uso story, I guess.
Yeah.
That you need.
I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, look, I understand that both Seth and Becky are married and that they are on the same show.
Yeah, and they're both heels.
And they're both heels. I'm just not understanding why they can't do like a heel thing. I'd watch that.
If they were both heels and working together.
And both had the championships.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Like, I've seen it before with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I have seen that.
But, this could be
This could be that 2.0. And I think they're both good enough because, like, look, Triple H is great. Stephanie McMahon, to me, she was only good as a heel when she was talking, but wrestling, I didn't think she was good at all. Like, at all.
They could be the drip heels.
The drip heels. I mean, she's kind of dressing like him, isn't she? Like wearing ridiculous shit.
Yeah, and the sunglasses.
Yeah, she's doing it. So I mean, it's not like they couldn't do it. As long as they're not wearing matching stuff, I think it's fine. But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get intrigued by the Naomi and what's their manager's name?
Sonya Deville.
Yeah, Sonya Deville. I'm starting to get intrigued by that. The last couple weeks, they've been kind of like teasing it, like she doesn't like her for some reason, and it's long storytelling, and how I like long storytelling.
I don't know. This may be just me, but I'm kind of hoping maybe it ends with, I don't know, Naomi like joining the bloodline or something.
It's not impossible. I do want to. Maybe she could. I mean, she's married to one of them, right?
Yeah,
she's married to Jimmy. I don't know which one she's married to.
So Roman could say, "You married my cousin. You can join the bloodline."
I mean, she should be able to be there arguing, with them. Like, hey, Roman, get some pull.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. But do we really think Finn Balor's going to beat Roman Reigns? I mean, then they already advertised that Brock Lesnar is.
They already said Brock Lesnar's fighting
at Crown Jewel. I mean, like, when you say that kind of thing, it lets me know that, Finn Balor is not going to win at Extreme Rules. Maybe it'll look like he will, but I don't think he's gonna.
No.
So I'm not even excited. I mean, I'm excited because I want to see it. It's gonna be awesome. Roman Reigns' matches recently have been awesome.
Every single one.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen here, but I don't know. It just I already know that Finn Balor's not winning because Roman Reigns is going to fight Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. That's what's gonna happen.
Now, see, the thing is, I know that Roman's going to win this one for sure, but I don't know if he's going to beat Brock Lesnar.
I don't know. But then also the what's it called? The draft is coming up.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine that they're gonna freaking send Roman Reigns back to Raw because they need Raw to get back up in ratings. SmackDown is getting paid a lot of money, so I don't think he's going anywhere actually. But if they were to move him to Raw, they're gonna turn the belt back red, aren't they?
Yeah, if he was still champion.
Yeah,
because it could be to make Brock Lesnar champion, then put Brock Lesnar on Raw.
Yeah, and then like give Roman Reigns the actual WWE champion.
Yeah, and then put him back on SmackDown.
Yeah, and then allow him to freaking fight The Rock at WrestleMania. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then Brock Lesnar can do what he did before on Raw, just not show up.
He'll show up at WrestleMania, I tell you that.
He can show up at WrestleMania to I guess lose to whoever the new face is.
I don't know. Whatever the case, I don't know.
Like I feel like Roman could probably lose his title, but maybe he'll get it back to fight The Rock. I think.
I don't think Roman is going to be out of the title picture. Even if he loses the title, I think he's still going to be in the title picture for a good while. He's a superstar, and they don't have very many of those in WWE.
No.
Not when I was growing up. Everybody was a superstar, or most of them were.
But now it's like you only got a few.
You got one. I mean, John Cena's not there anymore, and he's a superstar, and he's not there anymore. Roman Reigns is the next superstar, and the one that you're like, I gotta see the show, see him.
Yep.
And I'm interested to see where it goes with Roman Reigns. I'm okay with him not having the title anymore. They gave me what I wanted, which they keep giving it to me every week, showing the whole bloodline with their belts.
Yeah,
I love it.
What if they do lose? I'm like, just if he's gonna lose, just don't make him a heel again. I mean, don't make him a face again.
Yeah, I think I like him as a heel.
It's like, let's see what he does. I was like, this is like it'd just be bad if like the second he loses, like, okay, guys, I'm putting the vest back on.
I'm gonna start coming in through the crowd.
We're gonna play my old theme now. Have the little dog on the screen.
Right, barking. What is it? A pit bull? No, It's a bulldog.
Yeah, and then he's gonna tell the Usos, okay, guys, put the hoodies back on.
Mm-hmm. Get the face paint back on. Let's start freaking doing tribal chants. Let's do it. No, I think Brock might win, but I'm not sure. I don't know how many matches he's scheduled to have. I have no clue. But we'll find out when Crown Jewel does happen. I think it's happening after Extreme Rules, so
it's like, yeah, Crown Jewel. So I guess this is the one. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens at Crown Jewel.
We'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. He's like, you think I'm not gonna watch it? Okay. Well, we'll be right back, and then we're gonna talk about the movie Death of Superman. And we're back. You gonna say anything?
I'm back.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So it's time to talk movies, son.
It's time to talk Death of Superman.
It's time to talk Death of Superman. And I took a lot of notes. I mean, I didn't take a whole lot of notes, but like the last part of the freaking notes is like, they fight.
Yeah.
See,
I took none of the notes.
That's all right. You fumble the ball. I'm there to pick it up. All right. So this movie starts in with action right away. We got bad guys. I guess they're robbing a bank or something. I'm not sure what they were doing.
And that one guy who said Mannheim. So, the crime boss Superman fights.
Yeah.
Was he fight like Mannheim and Edge?
Yeah.
Morgan Edge?
I guess. I'm not sure. But, It was cool. And Superman, who's being played by Jerry O'Connell this time around, he comes in and he stops it. And then you can feel the tone right away as soon as the opening credits roll. Like it just death of Superman. You're like, okay, well, I wonder what's gonna happen.
It's like the best part is how he beats them and then they just show him smiling at the camera and everything's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
And it's death of Superman. I'm like, so what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, is
he gonna die?
Is he gonna be all right by the end of this? Now look. Okay. We know the story of the death of Superman. We know who does it.
We've seen it.
We've seen it a lot. There's many times where Superman gets killed by the same son of a bitch. Okay? And they don't use kryptonite. They don't use any of the other weaknesses that he has. No magic, none of that shit. It's just a full-on out, as JR says, slobber knocker.
Yeah. Him dying is well, never mind. It's not as many times as we've seen Batman's parents die.
But we know the story.
Yeah. I mean, there's the one time where, I guess in Gotham, he died. His parents died so many times that even in the Gotham show, they changed who killed his parents.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I don't even care. But what I can say is this Superman movie, I instantly like this Superman more than any Superman I've seen on screen besides Christopher Reeves.
Even more than Henry Cavill or Tom Welling?
Well, Henry Cavill's a tall drink of water, and I'm thirsty. and Tom Welling, that's your mom's crush. So, I guess I can't have him.
Oh.
But whatever. But this one, I like this dude. He's way more likable. He's way more I feel like he's Superman.
Yeah, he's like Superman.
I mean, like I said before, the problem with a lot of movies is that when an actor plays that character, I see the actor and not the character. And it irritates me. Like, I know that that's not Iron Man. That's Robert Downey Jr. I know that that's not Superman. That's Henry Cavill. That's freaking Batfleck over there. If you can make me forget what your real fucking name is, then I say you deserve an Oscar.
Yeah. Is there any character that's done that for you?
Yeah. Heath Ledger playing the Joker.
Yeah.
I completely forgot he was Heath Ledger. Like, I know he's Heath Ledger, but the entire time I'm like, that's the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who he was, and that doesn't happen very often. The same thing was with Jack Nicholson. I forgot he was the Joker also, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and think it's just Jokers because I know Jared Leto was just being Jared Leto. Okay. So,
he was just being damaged.
Yeah, he was just off being damaged, I don't know. There's not too many actors out there that make me freaking forget who they are. If I don't know your name, then you're basically the name of the character. And that's how it used to be when I was growing up. It's probably how everybody was like, oh, that's just Superman. And they don't know who Henry Cavill is, and then they're like, oh man, I see Superman playing The Witcher.
Oh,
so it's like, it's just different. But in this movie, I like Superman. This guy feels like Superman. He felt like Superman to me anyways.
He felt like the Man of Steel.
Yeah. So the main issue after the opening credits roll is, where do these guys get their tech from? It came from Apocalypse, but it also has man-made engineering. And basically, Superman's going to go figure out where the hell it came from.
Yep.
Okay. He does meet Lois Lane. Later on, she's having an interview with Superman at Star Labs, and you kind of see a little bit of backstory from Superman. They don't really show backstories too much in this series of movies. And come to think about it, when's the last time you saw Superman in one of these movies? It's been Batman and the Dark Justice League for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Constantine more than Superman.
At this point in the movies, yes. That's why I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like this Superman's cool. I like him.
Yeah.
I don't hate this Superman. He's great.
I mean, I guess nowadays I kind of just feel like I don't see Superman as much as I see other characters.
Yeah, Wonder Woman as well, The Flash as well.
You see them more than Superman.
I see Batman. No, I haven't seen them more. Most of the Justice League I have not seen. Like we had a whole Aquaman movie. We had like this is like the first actual Superman movie because there's been like 3 or 4 Batman movies.
Yeah, well, he is Batman,
right? And look, I like Batman. I think he's one of the coolest characters in the world. And in my opinion, he's cooler than Superman. But Superman is not less cool than Batman.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, is that making sense?
Yeah, Batman's cooler than Superman, but Superman's not less cool than Batman. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it any other way. It's just like I want to see more Superman movies, especially in this universe, because like the action in here was great, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited to talk about this movie.
I'm so excited about Superman.
Right? So Lois, who's being played by Rebecca Romaine is showing some of the backstory of Superman, and I don't hate it. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, fine, yeah, that's what it is. Whatever. We know the story. You know the story. We know it. Okay. And then later you see, Wonder Woman and Superman fighting crime. They're actually training in a training simulator in their danger room, copied from the X-Men.
And the Avengers also copied that in that animated show.
Yeah. Everybody has one like that for some reason. But Wonder Woman, who's played by Rosario Dawson, they're talking about their past relationship. Now, of course, we didn't really see their relationship.
We didn't even see how they broke up.
Yeah, like we saw them. They met once. You're strong. You are too. And then the next movie that they were in, they were like, hey, this is how I hide in public. And then now they're like broken up. It was like, I don't know how long it took, between that.
It was like, okay.
I mean, they were breaking beds. He was clapping cheeks. So, it is what it is, but now they're broken up. So whatever. At this point, Clark Kent is dating Lois and she doesn't know he's Superman. And he's kind of come to grips with like, how do I freaking get that secret out? Like the more I am Clark or Superman, the less I'm Clark. And the more she starts getting freaked out, and pissed off, so I'm like, okay, and I don't know. I wrote down that Clark is dating Lois at this time, but Clark is nervous about them, his parents, meeting Lois Lane. Like I said, this is a far more likable Superman, and I don't know where this has been since Superman 2.
Yeah, like I said, Batman doesn't have this problem.
No, he claps cheeks. Okay. So later we get a cameo from John Henry Irons. If you know who he is, he's being played by Cress Williams, and for those who don't know, this is the character Steel.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get to see Lex Luthor, who's in this movie. He's being played by this guy named Rainn Wilson. Boy, what is Rainn Wilson famous for being on?
The Office.
He plays who?
Dwight.
Yep. That's the guy. And look, I like this Lex Luthor, but I like Clancy Brown more.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown has that voice.
That voice.
That audible chocolate, that buttery smooth.
That
voice.
Bread.
That bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sausage.
No, he does not have that sausage. He has that grill. He's baking that cake. Whatever food innuendos you want to use.
He's frying that chicken.
He's eating that cheese. Okay.
He's oiling up those potatoes.
Oiling potatoes for what? For what?
I don't know. Why not?
You don't even cook at all. So,
well, one time.
Yeah, the one time and he burnt a sandwich or something. I don't know. Like I said, the story is more engaging. Okay. So we cut to space. We see Hank Henshaw being played by this cat named Patrick Fabian. And, Hank Henshaw is a huge fanboy of Superman. But in this movie, who isn't a fanboy of Superman?
Lex Luthor.
He kind of still is, though.
I mean, yeah.
He is, but he isn't. I mean, like you're a fan of yeah, you hate the guy, but you know literally everything about him, but his Earth name,
I don't
right?
know. I don't know why, but I remember like a Superman movie where like Lex Luthor had like a Superman action figure, and then like he was looking at the window, and Superman was like fighting like a somebody, like one of the like Brainiac or something. Like he has a Brainiac action figure, and he's just beating up Superman action figure with a Brainiac action figure. I'm just like, what is he doing?
Let me know when you figure out what that is.
I don't know what it was, but I remember seeing it, and I'm like, he's just beating him up with an action figure. And then Superman like breaks into like his office or something, breaks the window. He just throws Superman's action figure at him.
Okay, I don't remember what that. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll come across it when we start doing some more of these reviews.
I remember seeing something like that in like one of these animated movies. I don't know if it was any of these ones, but like it was somewhere.
Well, getting back to the movie, so Hank Henshaw is out in space working on the ISS, the International Space Station, and he's another fanboy, just like everybody else, right? So we cut to space some more, and there's an asteroid coming, and all the astronauts who were out there, including Hank Henshaw, run back into the into the spaceship, and they are planning to come back to Earth. And then the asteroid hits it, and Hank Henshaw's like, "Don't worry, man, Superman will get us." He doesn't,
and he never shows up.
And he never shows up, and it's destroyed. So if you don't know, Hank Henshaw is Metallic Superman.
Yeah, but in Supergirl, he's the guy Marsh Manhunter chose to be.
Yeah, for some he did turn into him.
He just didn't look like him,
like remotely
at all.
At all. So
maybe it would have been better if he was the cyborg Superman of the Earth 2 Superman.
Maybe it would have been better if it was actually freaking, what's his name? Tom Hoechlin or whatever the fuck his name is.
It was that if it's the guy who's Superman
who actually is Superman.
Yeah, what if it would be better if he was that
cyborg
thing?
Maybe that would have been better. Just another dropped ball, but whatever.
They're like, nah.
Yeah. So, once that asteroid lands, Luthor sends a team to go investigate. Meanwhile, the Luthors and the Atlanteans happen to freaking meet up at the bottom of the sea to discuss what's going on.
And they're just sitting there staring at each other.
They're sitting there staring at each other at a standoff, and then the freaking asteroid moves. We know who's in there. It's freaking Doomsday.
Yeah.
Because Lex Luthor sat there and saw the asteroid falling, and for some reason thought that the asteroid looked pregnant. Whatever.
He's like, it looks pregnant.
Yeah. What?
I'm like, how did you? How?
Look, I like this Lex Luthor, but that was the dumbest thing I had ever heard anyone say. This rock looks pregnant.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe Lex Luthor just likes to stare at pregnant asteroids.
Maybe he's gotten some asteroids pregnant.
Yeah.
I've fucked a couple of asteroids in my day.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we end up in the Hall of Justice, and the Justice League, apparently they sell merch to fund all their whole entire operation, which is kind of cool in my opinion, because it's not just for me. I've always hated the fact that Batman is selling, like he's basically paying for everything.
I mean, he still is.
He's paying for whatever the Justice League can't come up with.
That's why whenever he's like, I'm leaving the Justice League, they're like, wait, hold on, come back.
Who's going to pay for all this? I guess you need to freaking sell that merch. Talk to Vince and maybe he'll freaking get you a shirt. Okay. But whatever. So, Batman, who's still being played by Jason O'Mara, is, I like him. He's awesome. He's been awesome playing Batman this entire time. So I'm cool, and
I don't know. For me, like at first, like maybe the first time I saw it, I didn't really, like it because it wasn't Kevin Conroy, but it grew on me. So
that's grown on me too. I like it. Yeah. I don't hate this cat at all.
And I'm like, pretty good Batman voice now. I like it.
But like during this whole entire time, Doomsday is coming, and he starts murdering people and animals. Now, this entire time, I'm thinking to myself, why is this something that the DCEU would not make?
Well, because they
tried it, but the thing is, like, we all knew it was rushed and it was going to be stupid. Why couldn't we get this?
Well, it's because they thought, well, hold on a second. That looks cool, but don't you want to see General Zod get Lex Luthor's blood on him and then turn into a monster from a machine that Lex Luthor didn't know how to operate, but then figured out.
That's what we wanted, but we didn't get it in this movie. We got it in a worse movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this movie a lot more, and it actually plays better for me. Like without even having seen Superman that much in this movie, I like this movie a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Doomsday's coming. Clark happens to be on a date with Lois, and Wonder Woman tells him, just hang back. We don't need you right now. We'll go ahead and take it out, and you can go back to eating dinner.
One thing I forgot to mention that I thought was kind of funny is when they said that Batman was going to go to a parent-teacher conference.
Yeah, that's just some banter, just light banter. I dig it. It's stuff that you got to put in movies to make them interesting. You can't just have Doomsday come out and Superman just get beat on for an hour. A lot of story was put in this movie, and I liked it.
Yep.
Great. So we'll just keep on sucking the dick of this movie. So, at this point in time, Doomsday's on this murdering rampage, and it's getting to the point where people are starting to get killed, like devastatingly killed. Big blood splotches of people getting punched by Doomsday, and they turn into blood, like their heads pop like watermelons.
And then there's this one scene where like the police are around him, and like they shoot him, and then the gas station explodes. He just comes out and takes them down one by one. Like he'll crush their head, and they show him pick up a car and crush a guy, and there's just blood everywhere.
Yeah,
it's
awesome. I wanted to see it in theaters, and it was awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
So Hawkman comes in with a haymaker with that that scepter that he carries around, the mace. I'm sorry.
I want to say this is the first time we ever seen him in one of these movies, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the last time.
Because he came in with that haymaker and knocked him the fuck out. But then Green Lantern, I typed GL, played by Nathan Fillion, comes in, and Flash, played by Christopher Gotham. I might have spelled that wrong. I think it's Gorsham. They begin to engage, and of course, Hawkman is down.
So I think it's funny as how Green Lantern puts him in the corner of an alley, and he's like, "Okay, you sit here."
Yeah. So Hawkman's down. Then GL goes down.
And then Flash is like, "Okay, I'll put you right next to Hawkman in the corner."
Yeah, I'll put you next to Hawkman. And then then the Flash goes out. He starts giving a good shot at him. And then Flash goes down.
And then he's like, I don't know if he got put in the corner.
He didn't get put in the corner. He did not get put in the corner. And then there's a quick scene where Luthor hints at Superboy, Connor. And then back to the action.
He's like, no, Luthor's like, "See, now this right here, this test tube looks pregnant."
Well, it was.
Yeah.
It had a fully grown
man in there.
Yeah, it's not a man. It's more of a kid. But whatever. So we get back to the battlefield. Batman's making progress fighting DD, who I call Doomsday. He can't take him.
Nope. He can survive him, though.
But he can't take him. And he's getting his ass whooped. And he's like, "Hey, you know what? We need to bring out the guns because this dude's taken out 3 leaguers already. We cannot take him." So during this entire time, Lois and Clark are actually having a discussion at a restaurant, and Lois tells her that he's Superman.
You mean Superman?
Superman tells Lois he's Superman. Okay, I got there. Okay, and it's a much better way of letting her know that he is Superman. And I was into it.
Then finding out, the IHOP guy told me.
Yeah. Right? I'd much rather you figure this out from me than, learning it some other place.
The IHOP guy told me.
Yeah. So, Cyborg, he's taken on Doomsday, and then he's played by Shamar Moore, and he gets taken out. Cyborg is down.
Doesn't he get his arm ripped off and then beaten with it or something?
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes down. He gets his arm ripped off, he gets beaten with it, and then he's down. Batman's like, you don't got to be a hero. I mean, even that's exactly his job. Don't be a hero. He's like, yeah. He's like, we're gonna go whip his ass, and then he's down. Okay.
I think the best part is how like all these people are just going down, and Batman, as soon as Doomsday runs towards him, he's just gonna grapple away.
Well, what else is he gonna do?
He can't do anything.
What else is he gonna do? He is not a Green Lantern or a Hawkeye. At least they got a shot at him and knocked him out for a second. Turn that head and freaking made him like look back at you and freaking knock you out.
I guess maybe if they could dodge as good as Batman, they wouldn't have gone down so easily.
Maybe, but they don't have to freaking do that because bullets bounce off their chests. Okay. So Martian comes in, gives a good fight, he's down.
He gets thrown into a gas station and he's like,
fire's my weakness. It's everybody's weakness, okay? It's fucking fire. But whatever. So then Aquaman comes in and he's down.
It's just funny that Batman's just standing there watching them get knocked out, and he's like,
well, what is he supposed to do?
Well, I know, but it's just funny that he just sits there.
He's not sitting there. He's trying to freaking fight, and he's like, "Hey, people, okay. Next one is down. Next one is down." I mean, I don't know what you want Batman to do. He's gonna sit there and end up being like, he can't take the punches that these guys can take.
No,
so he's got to dodge. That's just how it is. And then Superman hears about the Doomsday going on, and so he's like, gotta go. He takes off. Batman's down.
Yep. Okay.
Wonder Woman's the last one standing. My question I wrote on this thing next is, where the fuck is Shazam?
You see, he's
there, but he's not in this movie. He didn't even watch it.
He's watching a football game.
He's watching a football game. Right. I'll believe that. It seems ridiculous that Shazam is there. He's established that he is here in this universe, and yet he's supposed to be about as strong as Superman. But yet, I'm pretty sure Doomsday would have had a harder time fighting him if, Shazam was there.
Could have been cool, though.
2 guys punching this clown that are the same strength, but whatever.
I'm just like, Shazam, it would have been maybe better if he would have shown up to this one.
Would have been a lot better if he would have shown up, but whatever. What are you going to do? Wonder Woman's given a good fight. She's awesome, but she cannot take Doomsday.
Nope.
And then Wonder Woman's down.
Yeah.
And just before Wonder Woman gets the killing blow attacked to her, before she gets stabbed with her own sword by Doomsday, Superman shows up. And like I say, most of the rest of this is just Superman fighting Doomsday. It's just a big old knockout brawl. It's awesomely animated. It's great. I love it. Fantastic. At some point in time, Superman gets his ass beat just enough to where he needs to take a few second break, and that's right when Doomsday shows up.
Yep.
Luthor shows up.
He's like, okay,
I'm here. I'm going to freaking do some shit, and you will understand that, that the human beings beat your ass. And he's giving Doomsday a couple haymakers, but it's over.
Yep.
Luthor is down.
And then as about to get killed, Superman saves him.
Yeah. And then Superman gives Lex a look like, dude,
what were you doing?
Like, yeah, seriously? And Luthor's like, really? So Superman keeps fighting. There's hardly any words anymore at this point in time.
It's just thrown through buildings and boom, bang.
Yeah. And it's like it seems like Superman is trying to move Doomsday out of the city.
It's not like Man of Steel where he's like, oh, you're going to go to this building. I'm going to shoot like heat vision all over the place.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to knock him out, but he keeps knocking me back into the city. I'm trying.
Of course, Man of Steel's like, I'm gonna tackle you through all these buildings. We're gonna knock all these buildings down. We're just gonna.
The fight gets more awesome, and the big moment finally ends up happening where Lois, like Superman's about to get killed by Doomsday, and throughout this entire fight, Doomsday is like growing claws and shit like that, and
like BVS.
Yeah, like in BVS, but better. It looks cooler here. But Lois Lane finally throws a rock at him, and Doomsday's like, well, I guess I'm going to come kill you. Now, she knows that if Superman's getting his ass whooped, her rock isn't going to do shit.
Now, Lois is like, see, I saw him beating up Superman, and I threw a rock at him.
It's a big rock. So Superman freaking, flies at her, trying to save her, and he freaking punches Doomsday as hard as he possibly can and turns Doomsday's head completely around, does like a 360. And I guess that's the end of Doomsday. But at the same time, Clark got stabbed in the stomach as well. I thought he got stabbed in the chest, but I guess he got stabbed in the stomach because I didn't see where the freaking, blade went.
I mean, I guess it was better than flying at him with a kryptonite spear.
Yeah, because you can do that, but whatever.
When, at least this way, there was no way he could have just thrown it at him.
The fight was a lot better than it was in Batman vs. Superman. And I don't know how I feel about that. But I liked it.
Yeah.
And then when Superman does die, you feel the weight of the moment that they're supposed to have. Like, it's supposed to be a heavy moment where you're like, I'm going to roll a tear here.
Yeah, no, and then, like, all the people are sad because they actually liked him in this movie.
Yeah, it's not like Batman vs. Superman where you're like, ugh.
Everyone hates him, and then he dies, and
people are like, oh, now I like him.
Yeah, like, now I like him.
Now he's a cool guy. It's like, yeah, but you guys hated him for like 3 fucking movies. I didn't care. But you're supposed to feel those feels in this movie, and it was awesome. But I kept it together. Much better movie than the DCAU. I mean, look. The Suicide Squad showed me that you can fucking make me roll tears at a fucking starfish.
Yeah.
Okay? And this movie almost did the same thing.
But with the Superman.
Yeah. The character that I'm supposed to be wanting to roll tears for. And it's like, why can't the DCEU do something like this? It came out just after Batman vs. Superman. This movie came out just after that.
Oh, so the anime movie's just like, that was kind of bad. Let me fix that for you.
Yeah, let me fix that. Let me handle that for you. How about we sit there and make a movie, our first movie solely about Superman, and we'll freaking kill him in our first movie, and you'll like it more. I don't know. But whatever. So, I don't know why they couldn't do it right. But, the ending of the movie is that after they have his funeral, there's a grave that Superman's supposed to be buried in. And then the grave is opened and a Superman silhouette figure flies away. Yeah.
But if you've seen the next movie, you know what happened.
You know what's going to happen. If you read the comics when I read the comics, you know what's going to happen. So for me, I give this movie a 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. I
really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was great. Pretty much if you bring me almost to tears, I'm going to give it a 5. So that's pretty much what it is. It's like, guess that's your telltale sign.
Yep. I gave it a 5 because it's really just like the last half of the movie with Superman fighting Doomsday.
This is awesome. It was great.
Like, I need to see better Superman stories like this.
Yeah. And, hopefully they keep doing it. Hopefully the next movie is just as good. I've seen it. But hopefully the next movie is just as good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. I really like this movie. And I can't wait to watch the next one. But lo and behold, the next one is not going to be a DC movie. It's time to go back to Marvel.
Marvel Comics.
Yeah. You might like the next movie. But we'll see. So until that time, you guys take it easy. And the next one will be out
when it's ready.